Hello, and welcome back, most illustrious members of the Detail. I'm your host D, also known as MTF Doom, and today we have the second annual Fight to the Doom Round 1 coverage. Those numbers have confused me. I've done this intro 3 times. I hope you enjoy. Just before we get into it, as always, you can help me hit 500 subscribers by subscribing, because that's how this works. You can join the Discord if you want to be part of the next Fight to the Doom tournament, and leaving a comment and a like is always appreciated, and I try to get back to all of them. Although, again, if you message me in Discord, I basically will always respond. Thank you so much. Okay, if you don't know, Fight to the Doom is a monthly tournament that I hold with Discord users. It is freeform. It does not take place over a set, like 1 hour or whatever. You have a couple of days to play your match out, get back to me on who won. Ideally record it. We have some recordings of this first round, which is super cool. I love that for us. And then once everyone gets their match results in, we will have the next round go out, whatever. So this is the deck that I'm playing. I have no clue and I must scream. It is the bounce move deck that vaguely that Shaz sent me last month, or earlier this month, I suppose. I really like it. I wanted to play more of it, but also I didn't want to play it on ladder, at least until infinite, because, like, you know, it's not as good as just bounce. I was not expecting the amount of ramp, Sandman, and Wave, and even to some extent Killmonger that we saw in the submitted lists. And in hindsight, this was probably a bad pick for a lot of reasons, but it's really fun, and that's what I play for. So, like, what am I doing if I'm not having fun, right? Right, okay. So if you don't know the list, you're just trying to do bounce stuff, but part of the bounce package is also getting yourself a 1/5 if you move anything from Miles Morales next turn. Moving with Iron Fist your Human Torch to double it, and then bouncing it back to your hand. But, well, Falcon will bounce both of them back to your hand, so you can replay it. So, right, it's like, for 2 energy, you get like a 2/6, right? Because you get a 1/2 and a 1/4. But then, after you Falcon, for 2 more energy, you get, a 2/10? So, it's like I don't know, it's like a 4/10. That's not great, actually. But it's fun. I don't know, it's just fun. It gives you the ability to wait quite a long time before actually committing to where you want to put cards. It gives you the ability to, you can play cards into Angela's lane and then move them. So it has, you know, while Kitty Pryde is already really good with Angela, the move package even adds more to that. And all of that just really intrigues me. I don't know that it's the best, like, you could be doing, but it's confusing for your opponents, and I think that there's value in that. Additionally, we don't really have tech cards, which is something that could definitely hurt us. It's really tough to fit tech cards in a list that has to be so low to the ground. Yeah, so this is what I played, because I value having a lot of fun with my fans and friends. And so we're going to get into round 1. We end up paired against Wurf Enjoyer, and I'm going to put their list up on the screen now, but to give you an idea, it is an Agatha well, you know what, I can pull it up and then I can look at it, and then in post I can add it to the screen right now. Okay, so we see here that Wurf is playing an Electro ramp, but it's a goddamn Agatha deck. It's a fucking Agatha deck. It runs Kang. It doesn't run any 1s or any 2s. So if they play anything on 3, it's either Electro or Wave to get them to Agatha faster, so that they have at least a turn where they're in control, possibly a couple of turns, depending, right? It runs the Zola to spread, because, you know, they're just doing, generally they have the biggest stuff, so like Zola being able to copy Magneto on turn 6 because they magnetoed early. Doom, obviously, just able to get into hard locations in the same way. And then Wave can disrupt us, but we're slightly less worried about it in this matchup, simply because Agatha plays whatever she can afford. So in general, Wave will either get played right on 3, or, like, you know, basically Wave will almost never get played on 5, which is when we don't want to play against a Wave, is when they play it on turn 5. So we're pretty happy about that. The Kang, I hate Kang as a card because of the free cube equity it gets you, the nearly free cube equity it gets you, but I think in this list it's less egregious, simply because if Agatha plays out their Kang, then, like, whatever info they got from us playing our turn doesn't affect how Agatha plays. So there's value, like, while there is value to them to learning what our plays are for possible retreats and stuff, it's not like they can play better around that information in general, because it's still Agatha playing. So that's it. We're going to go into round 1. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. All right, round 1 against Wurf. We've got Vibranium Mines. Oh god, Wurf is so aggro. Yeah, all right. We'll skip turn 1. This is aggressive. Let me actually pull their, I know their deck list basically. Okay. So they got Electro Wave. I mean, I'm sure we covered this in the intro. It is an Agatha deck. They're probably, I assume they're going to snap on it being like Wave into Agatha, if I had to guess. But we'll see. We shall see. I'm excited about this. I'd really like Beast, I think I'd really like Beast. Cloak. How do we feel about Cloak? There is an interesting thing wherein... Okay, no. We go like this. All right, we're happy with this, I think. So we're gonna punt the... Okay, cool. I didn't want those in my deck either. So... Oh, this is so much more nerve-wracking actually having to play against this deck. Like, you think of Agatha as kind of a meme deck, but honestly, it's also kind of good. So Agatha comes down here. Agatha just comes down here. I believe Magic is going to move, because I think she doesn't have a choice but to move. I don't think I want to hit Monkey actually yet. We'll go like that. This lets us Human Torch again. I don't know. I think I'm okay with what's happened so far. There's Agatha. We kind of knew that. Can I get... The problem is, oh, she played herself to the right, which is really good for Verful over here. For Wurf. Okay, no. I think we got this. So we go like this. Ooh, this is sick. This is sick. I think we snap back. They're gonna Kang us. No, it's fine. We're not gonna snap. We're really happy with what's going on here, I think. Ooh! The Zola! Oh no! Okay, alright. I think we might still be okay. Hear me out. They can only play one card, right? And we're ahead in one lane. And they don't... Oh, they do have Doom, but I think we're okay even with that. So like that. So that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 in the center. So that ties Doom. They'll win right by 5, but will win left by more than 5. And the 0 power Mysterio also... Oh, the Kang! It's so infuriating. The goddamn Kang. So the 0 power Mysterio keeps our tiebreaker slightly better on Warrior Falls. Oh, it's 29 center, not 28. So it does beat a Doom. And I think that's the only thing that they can do to give multiple points of power. Yeah, but I think they just retreat here now after seeing that sick play. We repeat the same. Yeah, we're gonna do that play. Okay, alright. The the fucking Kang really is so good for that deck. They were saying, like, they asked if we could hold off on submitting deck lists for, like, a little bit longer because they wanted to see if they could get Kang before, and they did. And you see how good it is for the deck. Alright, okay. We're gonna hold off on the Human Torch. Okay, Space Throne can be really bad for them. It can also be bad for us because of Mysterio, but it can be, like, exceptionally bad for them. Ugh, that could be pretty bad for us. Alright. Bishlorp, I guess. Alright, they're going Electro. Electro into Space Throne, I think we can snap on. It's not Electro into Space Throne. Really? Alright, we're gonna show some restraint. We're just getting out of here. I can't risk doing the Space Throne. And they were already gonna be able to play Agatha, weren't they? They were gonna have 6 there. Yeah. Okay. We're good. We're good with that. We're chilling. We're doing good. Okay, I mean, I think we snap on TVA. Yeah, we got him, like, we got him dead to rights most days of the week on TVA. That I guess that could backfire if they had Wave, but we had a pretty good hand to fight Wave into Agatha. We'll just start with the Kitty Pryde. Happy to get that rolling for now. Huh. Mindscape worries me. You can see how it could worry me, right? We will start like that so that next turn we can Cloak plus Kitty Pryde and move the Human Torch. Okay. We'll do it. We'll still go for it. Ooh. I think I like that. Yeah? Is it just a Kang? Is it are they just free rolling the stupid Kang again? Yeah, I'm fine with this, I think. Alright. Okay, there's a turn 7, which is actually kind of annoying. But not that bad. Alright. So, we go like this. 1, 2... Like that, maybe? I think we do that. Bishop is bad for them, and Falcon is, like, pretty bad for them. I know they're going to Agatha this turn because of how Agatha works, but this lets us move Human Torch to Asteroid M. It gives us our Kitty Pryde back to hand after the Mindscape. It puts 10 center, so they're getting Bishop and Falcon. I don't think they can win on the back of Bishop and Falcon. Am I gonna Kang them? Am I gonna just BM Kang them? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, they didn't want to get Kanged. Man, what a bad set of locations for them. Mindscape after Electro, getting like, oh my lord, they're going so hard. Yeah, they're a very aggressive player. All right, I think we're priced into playing the Nightcrawler just so we don't overdraw or like not have the Kitty Pryde bounce back. Throne Room's usually better for them than it is for us. Crimson Cosmo. Oh, maybe they snapped because Crimson Cosmo is so bad for us. That makes some sense, actually. That's actually a pretty good play. All right, so I think we're gonna go Blinship over there. We need to... Oh, folk. We'll go like that. So we can bounce Hitmonkey, Kitty Pryde, and something else back to our hand next turn. Or possibly something else next to our back to our hand next turn. All right. What you got? That's... Oh, you know what? All right, that's not the worst thing. That's not the worst thing. Because we can move Nightcrawler out. And... I think we do that. I think we do that. Oh, that was out of order. I was supposed to cloak first for the 1 extra +1 on Bishop. Oh well. Oh, that's so bad for us. No, wait. No, it is bad for us. Oh, man. That's so rough. They had a 2/3 chance to win that one because of Agatha going left or right won it, but we couldn't take the risk. We couldn't take the risk. Simple as that. All right, we will Human Torch now. We'll cloak next turn. Huh. That's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're going to, I think, I mean, we're gonna, ooh, that's really bad for them. Oh, no, no, no. They could have Null, Jubilee. Okay, they have some decent hits on peak. But it is bad because their Agatha is now a 6/6. Which is not good for them. Alright, we're gonna do that. Oh, they had the hand! Holy hand! What did they have? They had a Jubilee that hit Kang. They had a Zola, and they had Electro that they put in Death's Domain. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know how this is going to play out now. It's going to reset. I don't like this. If they snap, I think we have to retreat. Wow, the peak. Alright, they didn't seem to snap on the redo. That Electro Center is sick, though. Okay, so it does do the same play. So they're just going to have the 6 on the right from Zola. I'm assuming it's the same set of plays. So Jubilee hits something different this time. What's it hit? Magenta. Fine. Totally fine. The Electro Center is sick for them. That's really, like, Agatha knows how to play this game. Now, it does mean their next turn is, like, it's not great for them, usually. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, I think they got it. They still have 5 in hand. Oh my lord. I also think you got it, my friend. No, you know what? Okay. Alright, that's not as bad as it could have been. So the thing is, one of their things is going to move. Oh no, I forgot about that. I straight up forgot that I was punting one of my cards into the center. The last turn lasted so long. Oh, this is so bad for us. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I don't think I can win. Wow. Move more? Okay. Alright. I mean, does that give us a chance? I still think we can't beat Null. I didn't know if Agatha moved everything, or I probably wouldn't have played it like that. But it turns out she does, so I don't think we have a chance, actually. And I can't risk it, right? I mean, what do they have left? Like, they can't have a flipped Iron Man. They drew Chavez for their last turn. But I just can't beat a Null. And, like... Yeah, 6, 9, 11... Yeah, Null's 21 power. Oh, and they have 0 in deck, so they have the Null. Okay. Oh, that puts us in such a bad spot. That puts us in such a bad spot. We have to win 3 in a row. Oh, no. Oh, this is... Oh, Adelan's kind of funny. We're doing this just because, like, we're gonna Spider-Man to get it out of our hand. Oh, that's, like... No, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, okay. Adelan can really mess up the Agatha deck. And if she wasn't putting cards into Shuri's lab, and she wasn't playing, like, Wave this turn, then Agatha was just messing up, and I think our opponent kind of knew. Put a card here. I think I want to skip, because I wanted a chance at Kitty Pryde to go there. Okay, null. Fine. Totally fine. Adelan! Oh no, are we gonna win this on the back of getting absolutely rewarded for Adelan flipping a bunch of times? Alright. We can't play Beast. I mean, we can, but we don't really want to. We don't quite have enough. Maybe it's not worth it. No, it's still worth it. It's a little loose, but we only have, we have 6. We're gonna have 9 in deck that we're gonna draw 3 from. And 2 of those 9 are pretty good. It's Beast and Falcon, because it lets us play to the raft, get the 0 costs 6 cost, and still play cards here. And I think we got to play to that right now. Yeah, I mean, we got Beast, so we got what we wanted. And then we'll just Iron Fist. And we really don't want to see a Wave. Actually, Wave now would be fine. Wave now would be okay. Jubilee. This is a hit Kang. Again. Okay. So they play... They just play Agatha. Oh, no, wait. They might not have Agatha, right? They might not have Agatha. Oh, so do they play Wave sometimes? They might play Wave, and that's bad for us. Okay, no. The next card we play is going to get punted. So we'll play Human Torch, even though we miss out on Bishop value. Then we play Bishop. Then we go Hitmonkey, Kitty Pryde, Nightcrawler, and then Odin over there to double up the Hitmonkey. That might be excessive over there, but it might not be. So there's Agatha. That gets punted. Bagoing. They can still only play 1 card. So, like, this puts us ahead of Doom. Oh, whoops. No, maybe not whoops, actually. Perhaps not whoops. That actually is kind of sick, isn't it? It's kind of absolutely goated. Alright. We go like this. Mysterio. Hitmonkey over there. Kitty Pryde. Cloak. And Odin. That's adding 14 to the right. It's adding quite a lot to the other... Yeah. We're good. We're good. Is it just Kang? Is it just... Oh, no. Is that enough? Oh, no. Oh, because the null gets buffed. That's so sick. We lose. We lose. Oh, that's such a sick play. the null gets buffed by the Arnim Zola hit. Oh, Lord. And with that, I'm eliminated. Very good, exceptionally good games to my opponent. Wurf, I really love that deck. It's, if you watched last season tournament arc, Wurf has some of the best insights into that deck I've ever seen. They've done so much research. They really understand that deck really well, and obviously it shows in our gameplay. It feels almost silly to say, and I think, if I'm being honest, I think I got a little cocky. You can see in the gameplay footage, I play around Doom a lot, and it never ends up being Doom, and it obviously ends up being Zola at one point. That really, really gets us. But it's almost like, going into it, I was almost like, yeah, it's Agatha, like, you can build a really good Agatha deck. Like, you can build the best Agatha deck, but ultimately it's like a bot playing. But, there are really important decisions to be made from the human side, and Wurf makes those decisions really well. They're certainly the best Agatha player I've ever seen, and like, I love that that's the deck that took me out in a lot of ways. Like, it's someone who's playing the deck that they find really fucking fun, and that's cool to me. That's really cool to me. So yeah, we also, next up we have Frog in a Tent versus Crayoneater, and we actually have it from both perspectives. So I haven't watched this footage yet, but Frog sent us their POV, but they have voiced over, and that's super cool because we don't normally get voiceover from our player base. So let me pull that up. All right, so I started recording this already, and Frog gives a lot of really good insight. I was just playing it and pausing it periodically as Frog was like mentioning things that they were doing, and it was super cool, right? The thing is, Frog kept giving spoilers because this is them talking over their own footage, and so shout out they were listening to Billy Woods while they recorded this, which is sick. Big fan of that. I think they're just showing off because the new Woods album is sick. They talk about a lot of really cool stuff, but they keep accidentally or intentionally or whatever, like, they're giving spoilers basically. So I'm gonna re-record it. Unfortunately, I've seen like a good portion of this already now, and so you're not gonna get my exact takes on what's going on. I'm gonna try to give input on what Frog was thinking as well. I think this is better because while they did record with their voice, I don't know that they necessarily wanted that on this recording. I didn't like expressly ask if that was okay, so I'm just gonna do it this way. But thank you for sending in with all your thoughts, Frog. The one of their thoughts was, that's a sick variant. They also mentioned at this point that basically, while it is open deck lists, the Ronin took them by surprise, and that they had like they like functionally, and this happened in my game as well, like, what your opponent's deck list is, but yet like the first time you see a card, you're like, oh shit, they're playing that. And Ronin's a really tough one in what's functionally a mirror match, because for the same reason Devil Dino is good in Frog's deck, in that, like, if you're only playing out one card per turn, Devil Dino is usually just the biggest kind of 5-drop. Ronin is as good as Devil Dino in all the same like capacity. Here we have Titan. Frog was like excited about that, and then Peak happens, and Frog was like, I almost snapped, but I didn't, but I almost did. And they play Electro, and my insight here was like, I don't know if I would play Electro, like, if you have the 0-cost Zola, maybe you want to hold off as long as you possibly can and just do, like, if you draw on turn 6, you draw Panther, maybe you just want a Black Panther Zola on turn 6 without your opponent having any chance to figure out what's going on, right? And that was like my thought process. But we're gonna see here. That's not exactly. So they play Devil Dino. Great, good play. They play Sandman. I'm like, okay, Crayoneater played Sandman. So my plan went out the window, and at this point, Frog has just gotten 3 free points of power that I wouldn't have had right now. I forget what they do here, but this is, I was like, okay, cool. They're like, they're playing their ass off. Like, that was sick. They had the Electro. I didn't agree with, but like, you know, who am I? Fucking, I'm no one. This is Frog in a tent. They know what the fuck they're doing. Here we see the thing I brought up before. Ronin is only as good as Dino. Like, you're always at parity with that. We got the Doom. The Doom is always a good play in situations like this. When you're under a Sandman, like, kind of the best thing you can do is Doom a lot of the time. The thing is, okay, leader here is sick, and I think it all but guarantees you win. But importantly, if the opponent had Odin'd center, there was a chance you don't win, I think, because you would have Odin'd and you could, like, Zola poorly. I don't know. Now, maybe it guaranteed the win. I didn't pause to, like, do the math, but the snap scares Crayoneater off, which is good enough. That's, like, you know, you won the cubes you wanted. You're happy with that trade, but there is, like, a slight caveat to that, and that doesn't end up getting discussed by Frog that I felt the need to at least mention. I'd be remiss to not mention it. At this point, they're like, God damn it, I really wanted to draw the Zola because I have the Panther and Shuri's lab flips, and like that would be sick. But they're like, I end up not being able to draw any more cards all game, which is not exactly true, but it feels certainly true when you're watching it back, and I bet when you're playing it. At this point, they want to unlock their hand, so they play Wave. And they're thinking, they say this in the recording, they're thinking, I'll Doom next turn, because now it's waved. I'll just Doom into Bar Sinister, put 20 power across the board. But then they're like, but wait, now if I do that, my opponent will know, like, 100% if they win or not. And so they can just make a good retreat option. And what's more is if they snap on me, I have to believe that, which is a really good insight. So what I'm thinking is like, oh, cool. So they'll Panther into Shuri's lab. That's not what happens. And then, and we'll see what pans out. So they still don't have their hand unlocked. You know, they're like, well, Devil Dino is huge. Like, it's gonna sort of guarantee the tie, because the biggest thing they can do is Ronin on the right, you know. So what does happen? Well, now they Panther. And the thing is, we'll see. All right, we'll watch it play out. So Panther is sick. Panther is sick into Shuri's lab, absolutely, right? And it's like, well, can they play something bigger than Devil Dino into Bar Sinister? Probably not, right? They can probably tie it with Ronin. It always ties. We talked about that. But they play Doom. And that looks like not a great play, except it's big enough by 2 points of power. So there's no guarantee that this would have worked, but had they done that in reverse, had they done Black Panther into Shuri's lab and then finished it with what's his name, with Doom on turn 6 into Bar Sinister, they would have had 20 to the left, functionally 24 because they would have reduced Lizard's power. They would have added 20 to the right. I mean, they would have only really added 5, right? Like, they still lose to the Ronin, but they would have also put pressure on the center, and they would have, if the same plays played out like that, they would have won center by 3 power and would have won left and would have lost right instead of losing the other 2 and winning right. Now, that's no guarantee. Like, I actually have Crayoneater has also sent in video, so I can watch from their POV and see if they had Ronin and had, like, maybe that would have played out differently. Like, if Frog plays Panther center, maybe Crayon plays Ronin right, and so like it creates a much more interesting like matrix of things that could happen. But at this point, who knows? But it was a really close game. Okay, for this one, they're like, well, I could have done. They could have waived, I think they said, but they end up going Sunspot because they want to, or they end up going Scorpion because they want the Sunspot to keep growing and keep up with the left. They're ahead, and they're going into the final turn with a leader, which is, again, like the other game, it's sort of usually a guaranteed win. They do have to realize that they have to play it left to stop the nebula growing, or else they could end up with a tie somewhere and or an actual loss. We got Magneto in center. We stay ahead by 1 point, and we win the left because of the leader play left. Good remembering that you had to play leader left on that one. At this point, they give spoilers for how the rest of the games go, so I changed over to watching it this way. So I don't know their insights into the rest of the games, but I know how they felt, which was confident going into these games going forward. They said that was a boost of confidence. They were up some cubes in the high pressure rounds, and now's the time to start playing their ass off. So they get molded, cool. You know, tough on the deck like this that's just trying to play big stuff. To basically master mold limit your hands to like your starting hand, right? Like, okay, never mind. I thought they were gonna do something like Iceman and just keep their hand like abysmal. Jesus Christ. Oh, that sucks. All right. Okay. I was gonna say good insight. Like while that's not a great. Like, Ronin flipping is obviously not good for Frog in a Tent, because, like, you know, Ronin's already a card that Crayoneater is including, so, like, you know, it hitting at random off X Mansion is just good for them. But the fact that they were going to keep playing, because it is free to keep playing right until the moment your opponent snaps. So Frog keeping that in mind is a really good insight. Like, it's good that they do that. The opponent does end up snapping, so you have to retreat, but there is no reason to retreat until more cubes are on the line. Whether that's a snap or the final turn, you do not have to retreat until it's going to actually cost you something to not retreat. I kind of want to unmute it and hear what they're saying, but I don't, because they're going to give spoilers again. And I don't want to have to re-record this a second time. Oh, also, I forgot to give props to them for recording the whole screen. I have to go in post and add my own deck list to my games because I had the wrong banner up, and they just recorded it with the untapped thing visible, so you can see on the left and right each player's deck list, which is, I have that on my screen, like, when I'm physically playing. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't have it visible during my gameplay. It would be so much easier. I think a leech on 5, especially with Limbo, right? So, like, I think that's a really good... I think that's a good play. I think this is a little loose. The Devil Dino is a little loose. Or putting it there is a little loose. I think putting it center makes some sense, because you could follow it up with Zola this turn. Ooh! Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That keeps you one ahead over there. Oh, damn. You only fall behind... Well, you don't fall behind on the left to the Nebula. I wonder what happens here. Huh. Okay. That's... Yeah. All right. You know, maybe I was wrong. Maybe Dino Center wasn't the play. Okay. Fuck yeah. Look at this. Tight games. Tight games all around. That's quite the game to have Sunspot on turn 1 into a Mir Island. That's got to be good for you. The rest of it's not going so great, but that turn 1 is good. And then they can also be sure that they aren't going to get got by a Killmonger, which that's the other upside of, like, sometimes you can't... Oh, this is so tough. This is such a tough hand. Sometimes you can't just play the Sunspot out even into a really good location like that, but, you know, it's cool. It's cool when you are able to. Electro... I don't know. Electro left is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. I would almost put it right, because what ends up happening is, like, if you put it right, if your opponent gets Hala back, you get to keep the +1 energy, and yeah, you lose your Electro, but that's kind of fine. We'll see if it ends up mattering. It might not end up mattering. Huh. Okay. But now how do you win? Oh, I guess you now beat Ronin, right? Huh. But do you lose to Magneto in center? I think you... Oh, or they can draw... Oh no, is this going to be an absolute beating of the opponent drawing Ronin on 6? So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's only 13. So, oh no. Yeah, Magneto's the only card. Magneto or a drawn Ronin was the only card that did it. But that did do it. Because the open deck list. I actually think that's a fine play. I think. They had two natural cards left in their deck, and 3 added cards left in their deck, something like that. All right, I mean, we got Panther Zola. I assume that's what they're saying by the fact that they clicked on Panther and wiggled it. Oh no! I can only assume that they were like, oh, we finally got Panther and Zola. I'm not gonna do the accent, it would be rude. They have a really great English accent though. Alright, and then they pitched... Oh my god. They're finally arguing. Sandman got pitched on the other side. Okay, good. Because I missed what got discarded as well, so I'm glad we fixed that. So they would have been... Okay, because they had the Electro, they would have been able to deploy the... They would have been able to deploy all the cards anyway. Wait, whoa. I think you... Oh, I think you wave here. I think you're supposed to wave. That's also just a really good hit off Jubilee. It's also just a really rough life. Okay. I think you leader here. No. Friend. Oh no. I think you leader here. And then you Zola next turn. Oh, I don't think it would have mattered. Because well, it might. If they follow up with Master Mold. But if we had leadered here, we'd also have the Ronin center. And they have 4... they only have 4 in hand. Yeah, I don't know that matters. It would have been... Well, we'll see. We'll see if it would have mattered. The leader doesn't do it for you. The retreat, yeah, retreat loses. Ha. Wait. What? Hang on, I gotta unmute this. I'll get back to you in a second. Alright, they don't really, their answer is moral of the story, don't play ramp, but they don't really give a reason why they just retreated instead of playing it out on the last... I mean, I assume they knew they lost. They weren't in a good spot. We all kind of, like, agree. But it is strange to not play it out. I don't know. That's funny. All right. Fantastic games on both sides. Fantastic. Thank you, everyone who sent in the footage. super cool that we have people willing to do that for this community, to have all that going on. Thank you for watching. I hope you find this elucidating, enlightening, or enrich. Oh, we also had a game with no coverage between Shaz of Last Arc fame and Kincaid, the current holder of the MetalFace. And Kincaid ends up winning with 1 cube left, but there's no footage of it. I just got the result sent to me. So fucking cool, like sick, cool games all around. 1 cube difference. Fucking incredible stuff. I hope you find this content elucidating, enlightening, or enriching. I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow.